Hey Padded Vibes fam! Ever felt that pit in your stomach just thinking about the DMV? The endless lines, the paperwork, and that dreaded road test? What if I told you there are 100% legal, official ways to get a US driver's license without ever touching a steering wheel under the watchful eye of an examiner? Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some shady hack or a loophole that'll get you in trouble. This is about understanding specific state rules and policies that most people simply don't know exist. And in today's Padded Vibes Media Guide, we're breaking down how you can legally bypass that road test in 2026. Stick around, because this could save you a ton of stress, and maybe even a few gray hairs. So, why would states even consider waiving a driving test? It sounds a bit wild, right? Well, it boils down to efficiency and practicality. Remember the COVID-19 pandemic? DMVs faced massive backlogs. To keep things moving, some temporary measures to process applications without road tests eventually evolved into permanent policies. It's not about making it easier to get a license. It's about recognizing that a solid driver's education program and a proven track record of safe driving can be just as valid as a one-time test. Let's dive into the specifics, starting with states offering road test waivers for new drivers. Now, this is mostly aimed at teen drivers who complete rigorous driver's ed programs. And a quick heads up, these rules can change, so always double-check your local DMV's official website. But generally, here's what some states are doing. Iowa, for example, may waive the road test if you've successfully completed a state-approved driver's education course. Mississippi might waive it for teen drivers who've held a learner's permit for at least a year and submit a signed affidavit. And Nebraska, in some cases, waives both the written and road tests for applicants 17 or older, or those with a provisional operator's permit. Again, this isn't an exhaustive list, and the golden rule here is to visit your state's official Department of Motor Vehicles website. That's where you'll find the most current and accurate information. Don't go by what your cousin's friend's neighbor told you. Now, for arguably the most common and straightforward way to ditch the road test, transferring your license from another U.S. state. If you've got a valid, unexpired driver's license from one U.S. state and you move to another, you can typically transfer it without needing to take a road test or even the written test again. The process usually involves surrendering your old license, providing proof of identity, social security number, and residency in your new state, and passing a quick vision screening. As long as your previous license is in good standing, meaning not suspended or revoked, it's a pretty smooth administrative swap. Easy peasy. Next up, we have international license reciprocity agreements. This one's a bit more niche, but super important for some. Certain U.S. states have special agreements with specific foreign countries. If you hold a valid driver's license from one of these countries, you might be able to exchange it for a U.S. state license without any written or road tests. For instance, Delaware has historically had agreements with countries like Germany, France, and Taiwan. These agreements are highly specific and often depend on your visa type, so, yet again, your state's DMV website is your best friend for an up-to-date list. And on the topic of international drivers, it's worth noting that a number of states, including California, Colorado, Illinois, and New York, allow residents to obtain a driver's license regardless of their immigration status. This is all about public safety, ensuring all drivers are trained, tested, and insured. The requirements usually involve proof of identity, like a foreign passport, and proof of state residency. Whether a road test is required here also depends on state law, so, you know the drill, official DMV website. Alright, we've talked about what to do. Now, let's talk about what to absolutely avoid. Because while there are legal ways, there are also plenty of shady characters trying to exploit people. Never pay a third party to skip the test. Anyone offering to get you a license for a fee without going through the DMV is running a scam. This is fraud, it's a crime, and it can land you in serious legal hot water. There have even been federal investigations, like Operation Road Test, that uncovered schemes where people were bribing DMV officials. Don't be part of that. Do not trust unofficial websites or social media posts for this kind of information. They often contain outdated or completely incorrect info. Your state's official DMV website is your single source of truth. And finally, confirm that any waiver you hear about is a permanent policy. Some were temporary measures during the pandemic and might no longer be in effect. Always verify the current rules. Ensure your licensing process is smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, legal. Here are some pro tips from Padded Vibes Media. First, start with the official DMV website for your state. Seriously, I can't say this enough. It's your ultimate resource. Consider completing a state-approved driver's education course. Even if it's not mandatory, it's often the golden ticket to qualifying for a road test waiver where they're available. Maintain a clean driving record if you have a learner's permit. No tickets, no violations. This significantly boosts your chances of qualifying for a waiver. And finally, prepare all your documents in advance. Proof of identity, residency, your learner's permit, or your out-of-state license. Get everything ready before you even step foot in the DMV. So, there you have it, Padded Vibes fam. In 2026, getting a U.S. driver's license without a road test is absolutely possible and entirely legal. It all depends on your state, your prior licensing history, and hitting those educational requirements. The secret sauce is doing your homework on official government websites and following the established legal processes. Do that, and you'll save yourself a ton of time and stress, becoming a fully licensed and safe driver without the white-knuckle test. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to Padded Vibes Media for more essential tips, and let us know in the comments if you've had any experiences with road test waivers. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.